Some secrets were meant to stay buried, but not here. This is Red Tape File. July 11th, 1979. A sunny Tuesday afternoon in Miami. Families shopping for back-to-school clothes, kids begging for ice cream. The sound of laughter echoing through Dadeland Mall. But in exactly 47 minutes, this peaceful suburban paradise would become a war zone. Machine guns would shatter store windows, blood would pool on the polished floors, and America would witness the brutal face of Miami's cocaine wars for the very first time. What happened that day wasn't just a shooting. It was the moment when the shadowy drug underworld exploded into broad daylight, forever changing how we see organized crime in America. This is the story of the Dadeland Mall Massacre and the Cocaine Cowboys who turned Miami into the Wild West. Picture Miami in 1979. Cocaine is flooding into the city like never before. Colombian cartels have discovered that South Florida is the perfect gateway to America's growing appetite for powder. But this isn't the organized, quiet smuggling you see in movies. This is the era of the Cocaine Cowboys, young, reckless dealers who settle disputes with bullets instead of lawyers. At the center of it all, a power struggle that's about to explode in the most public way possible. Meet Griselda Blanco. They called her the Black Widow and the godmother of cocaine. She controls a massive piece of Miami's drug trade, but her empire is under attack. Rival dealers want her territory. Her own lieutenants are getting greedy. And she's about to send a message that will shock the world. July 11th starts like any other day. Dadeland Mall is bustling with over 20,000 shoppers, soccer moms with strollers, teenagers at the arcade, elderly couples window shopping. None of them know they're about to witness something that will haunt them forever. 2:47 p.m. A white Ford van pulls into the parking lot. Inside, two men check their weapons, an automatic rifle and a machine gun. They're not here to shop. They're here to kill. Their target, German Jimenez Paneso, a rival drug dealer who's been cutting into Blanco's territory. He's sitting in the Crown liquor store, conducting business like it's just another Tuesday. He has no idea death is walking through the mall corridors toward him. The assassins enter the store. For a split second, there's silence. Then hell breaks loose. Machine gun fire erupts. The sound is deafening, like thunder trapped inside a building. Glass explodes. Shoppers scream and dive for cover. Paneso and his bodyguard are cut down in seconds, but the killers aren't done. They chase fleeing witnesses into the mall corridor, spraying bullets wildly. An innocent bystander, a young man named Johnny Castro, is gunned down as he tries to run. The entire mall erupts in panic. Shoppers stampede toward exits. Parents grab their children and hide behind store counters. The two assassins calmly walk back to their van, leaving 3 men dead, and a shopping center transformed into a crime scene that looks like a war zone. Within minutes, police swarm the scene. Paramedics work frantically. News crews arrive to film something they've never seen before, a military-style assault in America's heartland of suburbia. What police discovered shocked even hardened Miami detectives. This wasn't a random shooting or a robbery gone wrong. This was a professional hit, a calculated execution carried out with military precision in broad daylight. The Dadeland Mall Massacre ripped the mask off Miami's drug war. Suddenly, Americans realized that the cocaine trade wasn't happening in dark alleys or abandoned warehouses. It was happening in their neighborhoods, their shopping centers, their everyday lives. News outlets went into overdrive. Miami Vice hadn't been created yet, but the real-life violence was already more dramatic than anything Hollywood could imagine. The massacre made national headlines and put Miami's drug problem on America's front page. This single event exposed the brutal reality of the Cocaine Cowboys. young dealers who treated Miami like the Wild West, settling disputes with automatic weapons and showing complete disregard for innocent bystanders. While never officially charged for the Dadeland killings, Griselda Blanco's fingerprints were all over the operation. This was her signature style, brutal, public, designed to send a message to anyone who dared cross her. The massacre changed everything. Police tactics evolved, federal task forces were created, and America woke up to the reality that the drug war wasn't just coming, it was already here, and it was bloodier than anyone imagined. The Dadeland Mall Massacre lasted less than 5 minutes, but its impact echoed for decades. It marked the beginning of Miami's most violent era, a period when the city averaged nearly 2 drug-related murders every day. 3 families lost loved ones that day. Hundreds of shoppers were traumatized, and America lost a piece of its innocence about the drug trade's reach into everyday life. But perhaps the most chilling truth is this: Dadeland wasn't an anomaly, it was a preview. The Cocaine Cowboys were just getting started, and the violence was about to get much, much worse. The men who pulled those triggers were never caught. Griselda Blanco would continue her reign of terror for years, and the drug war that exploded into public view that July afternoon in 1979 is still raging today. That's the story of the day suburbia met the cocaine wars, and why Dadeland Mall became ground zero for America's longest-running conflict. If you want to hear more stories about the Cocaine Cowboys and Miami's wildest era, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which case you want me to cover next. Some wounds never heal, some days never end, and some stories never stop being told.